All right, welcome back, everyone. My name's Roxanne McCarty-O'Kane, and you've joined us for another episode of the Phoenix Phenomenon, where I have the absolute privilege of having a chat with some incredible people in our community who have gone through, their own hard times, their own battles, and they've come out the other end fighting fit and inspiring others along the way. So today I have with me Wendy Barnes, who is an incredible spark. She's a vivacious and really lovely lady who I came across when looking at a Pinktober story for my weekly preview this year. We weren't able to tell Wendy's story at the time, and I thought this is such a waste. We've got to get her story out there as much as we can. So thank you so much, Wendy, for joining us today.
Yep.
So Wendy is a two-time breast cancer survivor. So she was first diagnosed in 2008 and again in 2013. So we'd love to share a little bit more about Wendy's journey. And the thing that I really love about Wendy is that she is so, I guess her mindset is really positive, and she's always been looking at the upside of everything. So there's really a lot that we can learn from Wendy's journey. So thank you again, Wendy, for joining us.
Well, thank you, Roxanne. Yeah, no, it's been amazing. Like as you said, I've got diagnosed in 2008 when I shifted up here to the sunny coast to Mooloolaba with my husband and 3 kids. And 6 months after I got diagnosed with breast cancer. So it was a huge shock. I was actually training to do the Mooloolaba try, so it was a big shock. So I went in and had a lumpectomy and chemo and radiation, and 3 of my lymph nodes were positive, so I had to go back in and have surgery. So we got through that. That was in 2008. 2012, I did the Rio Tinto bike ride. That was from Brisbane to Wivenhoe and back, so 130 k's one way. Slept the night, and I raised $10,500 for breast cancer research.
That's incredible.
So that was a great mindset for me to, get back on my bike and doing exercise. That was a key thing. So in 2013, it was coming up to my 5-year, and I went on my own because I said to my husband, it's all good, and got diagnosed again. So we were absolutely gutted. So I went straight in and had a double mastectomy. It was a new cancer again. So it was and both my times were triple negative. So I went and stage 3, so it's a carcinoma. So I went in and had the double mastectomy and had chemo again, which that was a very hard moment going through that the second time because you knew what to expect. But I just felt I was one of the lucky ladies. I had support, I had amazing family. I always said there was worse people off than me, and there was, and there is. So I've felt grateful and moved on, and now I've just done the next 5 years. So I've achieved my 10-year and 5-year, and we had a massive party, and it's amazing. Like you said, the mindset is so important, Roxy. I just, one day at a time, and always look forward, and I see other ladies, and I've always thought I'm going to get there, and believe in yourself, and be strong, and but having amazing people around you. That's my husband and kids and family and friends, and got rid of negative people. Not having negative people around you, they just bring you down. You've got to have a positive, happy people. So it's been an amazing journey though.
Yeah, it has. It really has. So take me back to your first diagnosis, 2008. Like you mentioned, you had recently just moved up to the Sunshine Coast. How did you cope with not having that support network close by at that time?
That was hard. Because our kids were only our girls. My daughters were Hayley. She was only 15, and Taylor was 13, and Riley was only 7. So we'd only just shifted up and getting them into the schools. None of us had been to the doctors. we're all sporty people, so we all got into the netball and football and tennis, and so that was good. My sisters and my families come up when we needed them. They were always there. They were only a phone call away and a flight away. But
That's
yeah, we had, which was beautiful. Yeah, but we met a lot of friends to start with, so that was great. And the schools were great. And Bloom Hill, they were amazing. And the best thing is the hospital was only 5 minutes away and all my treatment. Whereas if I was in South Australia, it would have to be a 2-hour drive.
Oh,
So we looked at that, yeah, as a positive way. And Barnsley was good. Kids, yeah, it was great. It's a great support. So, yeah, and Bloom Hill, like I said, Bloom Hill was amazing. I still go up there now. Been there for 10 years. Still drop in and see them, and they were very supportive, and I always tried to promote that and let people know about Bloom Hill.
Yeah, absolutely. And in what ways have they helped? I mean, it's much more than just a counselling and assistance service, really, isn't it, up there? It's very holistic.
Yeah. Oh, very, very much so. They actually supported me, and I went on a retreat 10 years ago up to Malani. I was still going through chemo. Met amazing 8 other ladies and a male. Sadly, a lot of them have passed away. There's only 4 of us left. There was 12 of us. And then Bloom Hill was always a support place for, if things were tough, I knew I could just go up there. It was a safe haven, cup of tea and to wind down. And also there was a lot of times where you could go up and have massages, reflexology, a lot of stuff. And even once a month, I used to have talks with a lot of other people going through chemo. Or I remember my first talk out there was Raylene Boyle. So she was amazing. So they do a lot of other stuff as well as counselling and supporting and helping you out.
Absolutely. And I really would like to talk mindset with you, because I know both fitness and mindset have played a big role for you personally when going through your journey. But I wanted to ask, have you always kind of naturally been a really, glass half full kind of person, or did going through this actually, I guess, heighten that in you?
A bit of both. I've always been positive, give it a go, out there person. I've always believed in myself, and that's a big key. And loving yourself. You got to love yourself. You got to be true to yourself. I've always been out there, always sporty and wanting to have a go. But having the cancer, I believe, has made me a better person too. But it's also supported my morals and supported me in what I've believed in, and I've just obviously I think I stepped it up to that next level and just was true to myself. A lot of meditation, a lot of blocking stuff out and just concentrating on, and you've got to concentrate on yourself. You've got to be very sometimes you just got to think of yourself for so long, which I believed I did to get better, but also to know when to ask for help. That was a big, hard thing for me, because I always did a lot on my own and did it myself, but asking for help when you needed it and tuning into your body. You've got to listen to your own body. I love my swimming. I swim every day. That's why I'm like this. I've still got my hat on. I've been working, so I didn't get changed, but that's okay. That's me. I'm easy going. But it's amazing. And I did a lot of, like I said, a lot of meditation and a lot of the second time, I do on my own kombucha tea. I juice the first 2 days of every month. And the fasting and watch what you eat, no sugars and going off in listen to your body, and getting away when you need it to be, and and be grateful. Every morning I wake up and say I'm so grateful, and look where I live. And I get up and I jump on my push bike and I ride down to Mooloolaba Beach there, and I join all the Mooloolaba beach bums, and I swim, 1.5k from the Mooloolaba Surf Club tower to the down to the Spit and back, and I love it. The ocean's amazing. It's so peaceful and so soothing, and I love the water, the ocean, and it's a mentally and physically a soothing thing for me. Yeah.
Absolutely. And how big of a role do you think that all played with your recovery and getting through your cancer battle?
Yeah, that was a big role, I believe. Even though I've only been doing this for 2 years, the swimming every day, but I just feel like 2 years after I got out on a push bike and just getting out in nature and trying to get back to doing what you used to do, and I know it is hard, but just the exercising and getting out, the air and the nature, and trying to get back to doing what you used to do it's a big thing for some, but it's just trying to get back to the norm is a big thing. I look forward to the swimming, the bike riding, the walking, and getting out and about, and I'm so lucky I have got an amazing husband to have that support. That's been a huge plus. And my family and my kids, they've all supported me in so many ways.
Absolutely. And I guess, talking about the kids, how was it that they were able to cope with everything that you were going through as well? And that would have taken a bit of a toll on them, not only the first time but the second time as well. They would have been a little bit older, but it's still just as hard.
Yes, it was very hard on especially the girls, because they were 16, and then Hayley was 21, so she never really had a 16th or an 18th or a 21st. I was going through chemo for a 21st, but they found it hard. But the best thing I believe, and that I felt, that was being true to them. We never kept anything from them. We told them everything from the word go, and it was funny when I first had my double mastectomy. I remember I come home and Riley had a school formal, and I remember putting on I had some prostheses, and I put them on, and I come out with a dress on, and he says, "Oh my God, Mum, what are you doing? What are you wearing them for?" And from then I never wore a bra or prosthesis. I've been flat the whole time, and I love it, and I'm staying like that. I'm not worrying about having a reconstruction.
Yeah, I didn't realise that your son had that thought. That's really beautiful.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. And he said, "Oh my God, Mum, what are you wearing them for? What are you doing that?" Yeah, so I've never worn them since. I've given all my stuff away. I gave it all to Bloom Hill, and I'm not even thinking of having a reconstruction. Even a lot of people said for my 50th, having a reconstruction for your 50th. And I went, no, I want to walk the Great Wall of China for my 50th. So that's what we did, the whole family, the 5 of us. So, they were just, kids adapt. They're incredible, and just be true to them, and I go along with it.
Yeah.
I had to.
Yeah, that's it. But it's beautiful that they've been there for you as well, and so supportive, which is so lovely. And you, of course. So. Of course,
yeah. He's amazing. Because I know a lot of ladies do have a lot of hard times, and the husbands sometimes don't cope. But he was, very supportive, and he often says now, like he was actually dreading coming in to seeing me after I had the operation and had the double mastectomy, and he come in and I'm sitting there and they took the bandages off, and the first thing I did is pulled the sheets up and showed him, and he said, "Oh," and he thought, oh, and when he seen it, he went, oh, that's not so bad, and it was great. So yeah, no, he's very supportive,
Yeah.
and so are my friends. They all know me.
Absolutely. And I understand you've still got a set of boobs in your house though, don't you, really? Your beautiful sculpture.
Oh, I have, Roxanne. That's amazing. I'm so glad I'd done that. So the 5 years ago, before I had the double mastectomy, I'd actually organised a party for my South Australian friends to come up the week before. So they were all devastated when I told them, but I still wanted them to come up. So they came up. I said, right, let's celebrate. So we had a champagne and chicken platter, and I had a bucket of plaster Paris. So I made them all dip their hand into the plaster Paris and put it on me, and we dried it. So I had that mould for 5 years. So this year I got it out and I took it up to an amazing lady, Shah, her name is. There's a glass sculpture up at Budrum, and she made my glass mould, and I wanted her to put the blue through it with the water and bubbles and the waves, and I could actually show you.
Yeah, that would be incredible. Yeah.
Which would be amazing.
Yeah.
And so I had that and celebrated that with my party. So I'm hoping you can see it. I don't know if you can.
Oh, yep. No, it is coming up. That's gorgeous, isn't it?
Can you see that? Yeah.
Stunning.
Yeah. So that's my boobs. That's my reconstruction. So yeah.
Beautiful. So was that created specifically for your 5 and 10 year this year, or?
Yes, yep. So in August I had my 10-year and 5-year party, and had probably about 80 people come up. I had 30 come up from South Australia, and the rest all my friends from here.
Yeah.
And we had a W party, so I being Wendy, so we had lots of people from like Where's Wally's and Witches and Warriors and Wetsuits, and so that's when I had it there and showed everyone that, and everyone loved it. So the sculpture's very, very meaningful and precious for me.
Yeah, absolutely. That's beautiful. And a good talking point, too, I imagine, when people come to visit.
Yes, yes, exactly. Yeah, no, it's beautiful.
Excellent. That's great. And I just wanted to ask you if you had any advice for any women of any age who may have, they might be going through their own breast cancer journey at the moment. What are some of the, I guess, the pearls of wisdom that you've gathered along your own path that you would like to share with those who might be listening?
Yeah. It's just don't think so far ahead. Just take one day at a time. Small steps. Listen to your body. Be true to yourself. There's sometimes there's ways that you might have to change and you don't want to, but you might have to. Get rid of negative people. Can you still see me?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. I was going to wait to finish your sentence.
Yeah. Be positive. Meditate. Like I said, get rid of negative people and be true to yourself, and hang around supportive people, and a bit of exercise. Yeah. It's amazing. Sometimes I think, I can't believe that's so far. That's so far ago. That's long ago. I forget. And just doing peacefully things and do beautiful family stuff. And believe in yourself. That's another thing. Back yourself up. Love yourself. No matter, you're going to have so many changes in your body, and you'll put on weight. You'll go grey. You'll get wrinkles. Stuff like that. But I love it because that's part of being old and growing and being alive. A lot of people judge themselves and worry about their weight and their hair and their wrinkles, I know I'm a bit different. I think I love it because I know I'm a year older, I'm getting older, and I'm alive, and I can say I've got that. There's so many that can't say that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love that. More people need to be like
Mm,
that. Hey, we do get hung up
yeah.
on tiny little things that don't really matter in the big scheme of life.
No,
So,
no, I don't. A lot of it's all materialistic stuff, Roxy. I
mm.
don't care what other people got, and just rock up, just be yourself. So, yeah.
Wonderful. And so you mentioned you recently were on the Great Wall of China with the family. So what
Mm.
other adventures and things do you have lined up for 2019?
Oh, well, I've actually just got back from Tassie. I went to Tasmania and walked the 3 Capes for 4 days with my 2 daughters.
Oh yeah.
And that was amazing. And then we hired an RV and travelled up the East Coast. And I got to swim with Shane Gould.
Oh
She
wow.
was on the 3 Cape walk, and I told her I was coming to Bishano, and I said, would you like, let's go for a swim, sister? And she looked at me. So I said, you get me a wetsuit and a cap and goggles and I'll come with you. And we did. Had the best time, and we went and had breakfast together. So that was amazing. So next year, my husband and I, we're actually travelling to South America, and we're going to do going to Machu Picchu and doing the Inca Trail.
Oh
So
wow.
it's what I've always wanted to do. And we'll be away for 5 weeks around South America and Mexico. So,
Sounds like a dream. That's awesome.
yes, it's something we've always wanted to do. So, yeah, which is a beautiful challenge. So, and that's it, really. Haven't got anything planned. Well, my husband and I and our kids and Hayley's boyfriend, Payne, we'll be going back to South Australia next week for a week for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So, but otherwise, we haven't got anything else planned. So, yeah.
Excellent. But I know you have also, you are quite active in the community as I guess, an advocate or person who raises awareness about, breast cancer prevention or early detection. So I wanted to, sort of tap into your key message that you'd like to get out there to people who are listening, obviously getting checked, taking notice of changes in your body, anything else that you would like to get out there for them?
Early detection is so crucial. If there's any little difference of not feeling well, if you feel of a little lump or see some spots, or just get straight to the doctors. Early detection is so important, and just watch yourself, and everyone. I mean, we all know our bodies. If there's any little thing, don't. And I also help out with the Cancer Council Connect, so I help out on the phone line with that, which is so important. Just by talking to other ladies is amazing. Don't try not to bottle it all up in yourself. There's always so many people out there to talk to. So I feel I'm really pleased I can help others. That's my aim from now on, is to help others and listen to their stories, or be there for questions that they want to ask. Because I didn't have anyone up here. So it's taken me, 9 years to get here, and to get there to help others. I had to be ready myself. So now I'm there, and I want to, if I can, help others and support them and listen to them and give them some advice.
Absolutely. And how does it feel to, to be able to do that for other people, to be able to pick up the phone when someone is in need and they need, to connect with not just anyone, but someone who can actually empathize, and they've been through what they're going through?
Oh, it's amazing. It's so rewarding, Roxy. I feel so in awe of myself to think, oh my God, I feel very, very honoured, and I feel it's amazing to believe that they're asking me to think, because I know 10 years ago I used to look at other ladies in my same situation, and they'd say they've done their 10 years, and I used to say, oh my God, I'm going to get there, you know. So another thing is really good is what I used to do is set myself goals. I'd always set myself goals and have a vision board. Put those, because I've always had Machu Picchu on my vision board. That's been there for probably 20 years. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, setting vision boards and setting yourself goals, and you know, a 1 year, a 3 year, and a 5 year plan. So, but yeah, no, it feels very honoured when they ask me to help out and talk to other ladies that are going through the same situation, or wanting to know about making a decision of having a double mastectomy, or how I cope without having a reconstruction, you know. So yeah, no, it's amazing.
Because that's a very personal thing too, isn't it? I mean, some women, they would want to go for the reconstruction straight away, and others, you know, maybe a bit unsure. So yeah, it would be great having a guidance, I guess, to discuss all of the options, really.
Yes, yeah, and it's you have to get your head around it. That's a big thing. But yeah, no, it's my best decision I've made, and I won't even worry about having that reconstruction. I love it. I can wear low dresses and I can go for a run. I don't have to worry about putting a bra on.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, and so yeah, just wanted to see if there's anything else you wanted to put out there for our readers. Obviously, yes, mindsets, exercising, starting meditation if you've never started it before. I think giving yourself that time to reconnect with yourself. There would be so much noise going on, I imagine, in your mind and at a time like that.
Yeah. Also, too, if they can get away on a nice retreat. I went on an amazing retreat. Took my twin sister with me to Bali for 10 days. That was amazing. And there's a lot of, you don't have to go overseas. There's a few here, you know, in Queensland. So that's another good key to look forward to.
Excellent. That's great. Well, thank you so much, Wendy, for taking the time to have a chat to us today. Really, helped some listeners out there to get a touch of inspiration and to help them along in their journey. So thank you.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, thank you, love. Thanks. You have a lovely Christmas and a happy and healthy New Year.
Yes, you too, lovely lady, and I'll catch you again soon.
Yeah, no worries, love.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. Bye.